Hi, I'm Lara Waldman, the Abundance Activator, and today we're going to speak about embracing the good and the bad on the path of money manifestation mastery. When you are connecting to your heart, to your soul, to your body's wisdom, to what it is that you truly desire, what it is that you want to create, to experience in your business, in your finances, and your life, it can feel incredibly beautiful and really crystal clear. And you want to go for what you want. And you are gathering that courage to take action, to get what you want, to create what you want, and to manifest what you want. You're doing lots of inner work and outer work. It's wonderful when you feel fired up and excited and ready to go. But it can be incredibly disappointing, devastating, and challenging when you experience obstacles and challenges along the way. And one of the things that I've learned is the importance of learning how to embrace not only the good stuff, the results that you want, but also the bad stuff, the results that you don't want, the failures, the losses. We want the wins, we want the gains, you want the result. But sometimes the opposite of that, the painful stuff, can feel really devastating. And one of the keys to money manifestation mastery for myself and for my clients is to learn how to work with not only the good stuff, but also the bad stuff, and to embrace both as part of this path. When I was young on my spiritual path and spiritual journey, I would receive incredible visions around what was possible and what I was being guided into from my soul's wisdom. These visions, which I still have, are incredibly powerful, incredibly beautiful, and it looks like utopia in the vision. It is beautiful, and it feels like, and it looks like heaven on earth. And yet, when I started to follow my guidance and take that aligned action, I felt the complete opposite sometimes. My guidance would tell me to do something, to take action, and I would experience sometimes the opposite result that I want, which I would call failure or setback or things not working. And I would get devastated about this. I said, but I'm following my guidance, I'm following the vision, I'm doing what I'm being guided to do. And I felt like such a failure, and I had so much fear of failure, so much fear of things going wrong, fear of rejection, fear of setbacks. So much would come up for me on the inner game of conscious wealth creation. And over time, through lots of trial and error, through lots of failure and picking myself back up and getting back into the ring, getting back into the game, I started to learn and started to realize that this game of creating an alignment with your soul and your heart and your body is not just about the good stuff. It's not just about heaven on earth. And it's not going to be exactly how your vision looks, right, in your mind. The reality of creating what it is that you desire in your physical reality is both pleasure and pain. There'll be wins and there'll be challenges. There'll be gains and there'll be setbacks. I think a great analogy for this is surfing. Professional surfers will get knocked off their surfboard every time they get in the water. They will sometimes catch waves and amazing waves, but not every time. They'll miss waves. If they catch a wave, they'll fall off their surfboard. That doesn't mean they're not a good surfer, right? That doesn't mean they quit and give up and say, it's not working. It's all hopeless. What's the point? They get back on the board again and again and again. And this is the same practice that's required for creating in your business and your finances and your life, guided by your soul's wisdom. Your soul, from my point of view, is here to know itself, to realize itself, to have the lived experience in this physical realm. Manifestation means creating in the physical realm, right? Creating your lived experience, taking a thought, idea, vision, concept, and making it a lived experience for yourself and for others. And anything that we're birthing into the physical world will also include intensity and challenge. And that's part of the game of life. There is life and there is death. We experience, or have the capacity to experience, immense amounts of pleasure, joy, heightened experiences, but equally immense pain and loss. All of that is part of our human experience. And so back in my early days of spirituality, I've been in this game for 25 years, personally, 20 years professionally. I was really idealistic and sort of perfectionist, and really was confused around bridging that gap between my spiritual world, the kind of visions that I was seeing, what I saw was possible in the energetic realms, and then the physical world. There was a huge discrepancy. And that kept me hiding, it kept me in fear, it kept me in separation, and it also kept me sort of disassociating and using spirituality and some of these tools and principles as a form of escapism, as pain avoidance. But my inner guidance and that wealthy wisdom within showed me one step at a time around the aligned action that I needed to take, which meant leaning into things that felt scary, that felt uncomfortable, that was putting me on a path of pain, of challenge, of failure, seemingly, and kept guiding me, right, to move forward, So over time, I started to realize, these are small, consistent baby steps that we do in our business or finances in our life that create change over time. But just like anything that you're doing for the first time, if there's something that you don't know how to do that you're learning how to do, you're developing a new skill, for example, that's not going to feel good in the beginning. I also love the example of babies learning to walk. Right? They try to stand up, they fall over. They stand up again, they maybe take a step, they fall over. They don't go into a lot of story about it. They just keep trying, keep going. The understanding that failure is part of how we grow and how we learn. And yet, for our poor brains and for your emotional reactions, we can tend to sometimes catastrophize or get immensely upset or immensely frustrated when things don't go in the way that you want. But what I found through my money manifestation mastery methodology is that if you work with this process and work with this practice, you can use everything to your advantage, the wins and the losses, the pain and the pleasure, the good and the bad. And that actually on the level of your soul, there's no judgment really around good and bad. There's what's aligned, what's not aligned, what's giving life to your life and what's taking away. And it's so interesting. It is so interesting, the difference sometimes between that soul's wisdom and the human self, and the different stories, the different points of views and perceptions of reality. So for a long time, I was using spirituality and energetic tools to not only to heal, but as a type of pain avoidance. I wanted to elevate myself out of pain, out of depression, anxiety, helplessness, despair. And I was receiving these beautiful visions guiding me into a new possibility for my life. But what I didn't understand at that point was that it wasn't going to be the path of ease all the time, that it wasn't going to be all wins if I follow that vision, follow that guidance. And in fact, it's the opposite. There is failure, there's challenges, there's setbacks. One, that is human. Two, that is part of living in the physical world, right? And three, is completely normal. And actually, if you think about it, it would be really boring if everything happened exactly as you wanted it all of the time. It's through our challenges, obstacles, pain, setbacks that we grow, that we learn. And I find that I learn the most, grow the most, evolve the most when things are challenging, which is annoying. But it's true. If you look back at the greatest growth in your life, it's not when everything's going great and when you're in the most pleasure. Although there is incredible gold in pleasure, in joy, in all of those, high vibe energies as well. But it's both, right? It's the above ground and the below ground. We need the roots and the deep darkness of the soil in order to grow and rise into life. So what I've learned is to embrace all of it, the good, the bad, the light, the shadow, all of it, and to understand that all of it is here for you and for us if we're willing to work with it consciously and mindfully. And when we lean into the hard stuff, the stuff you might call bad or painful, there's a lot of information in there. And if you can work with that, work with the challenges in alignment with your soul's wisdom, it will guide you through. This is how I roll every day. I tune in to the wisdom of my soul, my heart, my body to guide me, because I know when I'm in challenge, my brain creates a lot of stories. It can catastrophize. Anxiety and overwhelm can inspire me to do things that are actually out of alignment. And so I use this daily money manifestation mastery methodology or practice to get back into alignment, get back in the ring, get back in the game, get back on the surfboard, stand up and try to walk again, and different areas, finances, business, and life. Is it easy? No. But there is always a place of ease and flow. There is always a place of ease and flow. And that's mastery level, to dig deeper, to go deeper, go under, and to work consciously with everything that's here, rather than doing pain avoidance or avoiding discomfort, avoiding the hard things, and constantly seeking pleasure and comfort. It's very normal to do that. We are hardwired to do that. And this is about going against the grain, going against the grain of your default reaction and default response. What really helps is getting clear on what you want, why you want it, and being willing to face everything in the way of that, and to keep moving forward. Tap into that wealthy wisdom within. All the stuff that I teach you and share with you on this channel, use it. It is powerful stuff. So my friends, here's to embracing all of life, the good, the bad, the light, the shadow, life and death, up and the down, the contradiction, the contrast. And on a soul's level, this is how you get to know yourself. This is how you grow, how you evolve, uncover and discover all the riches of life. In the moment, it doesn't always feel like that. But there is so much gold, so much wealth ready and waiting for you. If you would like help to embrace all of life, the wisdom of your soul's guidance, to consciously create, consciously manifest what you desire in your finances, business, and life, guided by that soul, guided by that wealthy wisdom within, while also mastering the ability to embrace all of life, I would love to invite you to my upcoming wealth retreat. This is the Living Abundance Wealth Retreat for big-hearted entrepreneurs, business owners, professionals and leaders ready to step into that next level of leadership, to create the life, the finances, the business that you truly desire, that's in alignment with who you are, what you're here to experience, guided by your soul. Absolutely beautiful. You can find out more about this event and book your free ticket via the link below. I hope to see you there and to dive even deeper into this beautiful world of conscious wealth creation with you very soon. If you've enjoyed today's video and got value from this content, please like this video. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this video to receive my weekly trainings, activations, masterclasses every week on Wealthy Wednesday. I look forward to seeing you next time.